So today it was an unplanned class. It is so anyway we'll discuss. We have already discussed cutting tool, uh, life, failure. Now we'll talk about a little bit about chip. That is important. Type of chip that is formed in a machining process. Type of chip formed in a machining operation. Machining operation. So because type of chip it affects uh, various things in a two machining operation. So type of chip we must know it is whether it is continuous chip or discontinuous chip or chip with built-up edge, chip with without the built-up edge. Because the chip formed chip tells us about the surface finish obtained. So basically, type of chip influenced or that affects surface finish, and this is the most important part. Surface finish. Then it affects all cutting parameters. All parameters like tool life, vibration, chatter. Chatter is in a wavy shape surface defect. So that is we call chatter. So vibration. So basically, it overall machining parameters are affected. Overall machining parameter machining parameters are affected. So first thing is surface finish. We'll see later how that chip produce influences surface finish. Then tool life, vibration, chatter. So basically, chip may be continuous chip or discontinuous chip. Means when it flows over the rack surface of the tool, when it flows the rack surface of the tool, it may be in a discontinuous manner or it may be continuous. So this is your chip. This is your chip. It flows. It may be continuous or it may break here, here. It can be in a fragment form, fragment, or it may be a long chip, long chip. So both in what condition this long chip or fragment or discontinuous chip are formed, that we'll discuss. That we'll discuss. Okay, I mean, what are the various machining parameters or machining material that produces long chip or discontinuous chip? We'll discuss. Again, that continuous chips are two types. One is called continuous chips with built-up edge, or one is called continuous chip without built-up edge. So we'll understand this built-up edge in more details. So first, here one new terms we have introduced: built-up edge. So let us understand first what is built-up edge. The built-up edge is nothing. It is in a lump of chip that is adhered to the rack surface of the tool. So here what happens, because of this high heat, this surface get heated, and when chip flows, it get welded here. And finally, a tool, I mean the chip will adhere, it will stick to the rack surface of the tool, rack surface of the tool, and finally it will break. So there is a lump of the fluid particle, I mean that chip will adhere. Once it will reach to some size, then because chip is continuously flowing, it will be break. That will be broken. Then again, same phenomena will happen. So this built up is a so continuous chip may be built up edge or without built up edge. So it forms breaks, again forms. Because when sufficient size of the chip is adhere here, but this there is a continuous machining process. So this chip, no, this because this chip is flowing continuously, and so here it is get adhered. Finally it will push this and it will break. Finally again same thing will happen. So when it pushes this, it will take away, but some part will be adhered with the tool. It will be like welding. So this is built up. This is your built up. So now we have understood chip influences machining parameter, and again continue. There are basically two types of chip: continuous and discontinuous chip. Again, continuous chip are two types: with built-up edge and without built-up edge. Continuous chip is only one type. Again, built-up edge, I try to make you understand what is built-up edge. So it is a lumped chip that is adhered to the tool rack face, this face, and it adhere, it get welded because of the high temperature in a chip tool. Because of the friction, chip flows over the rack surface, and finally there is a lot of temperature, heat generation will be there, and this chip get welded there. And because this continuous machining operation is continuous, the chip is continuously formed, so it will break the built-up edge, and some part of the built-up edge will be carried away by the chip, and some part will be adhered with the tool. So this is your built-up edge. So now we'll understand. So continuous chip with built-up edge first we'll understand. So what is continuous chip with built-up edge? Built-up edge means layer of material from the workpiece that is gradually deposited or welded on the tool. Lump of chip. So basically, I have already make you understand. Right now, I have made. You understand that? What is that? If you are not able to understand this, no issue. You what I said, what I discussed, you remember that. So a part of fluid material is carried away by the tool side chip. Rest is deposited on the work surface. The process of built-up edge formation and destruction is repeated continuously during the machining operation. This already I have discussed. Now, method to reduce built-up edge. Built-up edge is not good because it affects surface finish. It affects because when this falls, this falls, it will scratch the work surface, workpiece, or again, it is there will be vibration, chatter, everything. So this continuous built-up edge is not good, but sometimes it is good also because it breaks the chip. Long chip is, but it is not good in overall. Chip breaker does the same work. It breaks the two chip. Continuous chip is dangerous, but here side effect of built-up edge is to cut the arm and to break the chip. So we don't want built-up edge. We want to reduce the built-up edge. So this is very important. So what we can do, depth of cut. Depth of cut we can reduce. What is depth of cut? So your work surface. This is your machining. So this is your depth of cut. This is your depth of cut. So this is your, suppose it is your turning operation. This is your tool. It is moving like this. So this is your depth of cut. So depth of cut we can reduce because then a small mass will be flowing. Small thickness chip will form. Decreasing depth of cut, increasing rack angle. Increasing rack angle. A rack angle is the angle between your, this is your rack angle. We'll discuss just now, we'll discuss because these things I should have taught you. This is the vertical that is normal to the velocity, and this is the tool rack surface. So this angle we call uh, alpha, that is rack angle. So this is your machine surface, and this is your machine surface, right? And this is your tool rack surface, and this is normal to the machine surface or normal to the velocity. This is the velocity. This is the velocity. This is the velocity, right? This is the velocity. If workpiece is being, this may be like this also. Other tool you give a velocity, or you give cutting what workpiece a velocity, because cutting velocity is a relative velocity. Then increasing the rack angle. So what happens when you increase the rack angle? The rack angle 0 means tool will be vertical. Alpha is equal to 0. I have so this is alpha. I have measured like this, right? So alpha I have measured like this. So this is alpha positive. This is alpha is equal to 0, or this is alpha is equal to negative. Negative. So alpha, when you increase, the slope will decrease, and finally, when this slope will decrease, it will be like this. It will be like this. When alpha increases, this slope. So velocity of chip of chip will reduce, and hence the heat generation will be less. Right now, that also we'll see when we'll discuss cutting the chip velocity, that is v cos phi, and what do you call sine phi minus alpha. We'll see again when alpha increases, this quantity decreases. This quantity, sorry, alpha increases, this quantity increases. This quantity increases means this quantity decreases. Then using a sharp tool, when you use a sharp tool, it reduces built-up edge. And finally, this cut, effective cutting fluid, it will take away the heat. It will take away the heat, and the machine surface, the chip, and rack surface of the tool where heat is generated, it will take away the heat, and temperature will go down. So finally, welding, I mean, high temperature will not be there, because as I said, it is in a welding. It is in a deposition of the chip over the rack surface of the tool. It is the deposition. It is the welding. It get adhered because of the temperature. Once you use the cutting fluid, it acts as an cooling agent right now, so we can reduce the size of built-up edge, or we can eliminate the built-up edge. So these four you have to remember. Depth of cut, it is very easy, because the thickness, right now, more depth means more contact, or we can say more mass fluid. Then you have increasing rack angle, slope will decrease, velocity will reduce. Then you have increase using the sharp tool. If you sharp tool you use, it will be there. I mean, built-up piece will be eliminated. Then cutting fluid, as you know, cutting fluid reduces built-up piece. Then continuous chip without built-up piece, and again it is it this this type of chip is obtained by ductile material with high cutting speed and high rectangle. So continuous chip with a ductile material, ductile material, and discontinuous chip is formed brittle material. Brittle material like cast iron, bronze, right? Cast iron, bronze, cast iron, bronze, glass, glass. So continuous chip is this type of chip is obtained while ductile material high cutting speed, high rack angle. So continuous chip will form when material is ductile, high rack angle, high speed, high cutting speed or machining speed, both are same, high rack angle. So basically, continuous chip will form in this condition. But again, built-up edge will form with continuous chip. So there are two, there are two scenarios when continuous chip will form, with built-up edge and without built-up edge. If built-up edge is formed, then these are the methods to reduce the size of built-up edge or eliminate built-up edge that already I have discussed. So, but in general, if somebody asks you what is the criteria to form a continuous chip or discontinuous chip, the first thing you tell, whenever we machine a mild steel or ductile material with high speed and high rack angle, continuous chip will form. Then discontinuous chip, when brittle material forms, brittle material produces brittle material. Already I said cast iron, bronze, glass, right? Because brittle, why brittle material forms discontinuous shape? Because the percentage elongation of brittle material is almost zero. You cannot pull, there will not be any strain. Right now you cannot change in a length, so strain is almost negligible. So if you cannot strain it, it will break, right? So this is the reason mild steel or ductile material, because it is having high strain rate. We can pull it, we can stretch it very high. So it will form a long chip, continuous chip. And brittle material, because of the brittleness, it is not having that property of strength. I mean, with very low percentage of elongation, material fails. Concrete, you take concrete and you pull it, concrete. You take a mild steel of same size, same dimension, pull it. You will find that concrete fails immediately without any change in a length. Then apart from these things, it is having one hard inclusion in the impurity in the structure have such a graphite flex or gray cast iron. So brittle material is, it is in a, even if mild steel is there or even ductile material is there, but very hard impurities are there. Very hard impurities are there. It will form discontinuous chips like graphite flakes in a gray cast iron. So gray cast iron have a that graphite flakes. Graphite flake is an inclusion, so it will form a discontinuous chip. So hard inclusion, because I am telling you, don't take this topic lightly. Gate have asked more than 10 questions from this concept, and what I have done in my notes, you will find 35 years of the gate questions concepts. At least I have included. Normal standard textbook is there, normal mechanical engineering concepts are there, but I have included in my notes, and actually I have written to the point. So each line is important, because sometimes gate examination, when you solve a question, numerical question, very big question from Rankine cycle, suddenly another question is there. Okay, tell me how, which parameter influences built-up edge, or which parameters um, uh, is good for cutting mild steel or ductile material. So what happens? Sometime you will be okay up to 80%, but there will be a confusion of 5%. Oh, you will be their option will be like that. You will feel, oh, is it this is correct or that is correct. But here, if you remember everything and with logic, hard impurities are there, inclusion are there. So of course there will not be any continuity. Then again, when the speed is very high or very low, discontinuous chip will form. When I'm telling very low speed, because very low and very high. So these are the things were seen in a machining operation. It produces your discontinuous chip. Large depth of cut, large rack angle, lack of effective fluid. Right now, these are the favorable condition for discontinuous chip. Low stiffness of the machining field. Low stiffness, yes, low stiffness. Means it, stiff, suppose you have a fixed the workpiece in a very tight jaw, very tight fixture, very tight, and there is no stiffness. Means there is no elasticity, something like that, right? So stiffness, that is the spring stiffness, K. So so again, because of this hard, rigidly held, there will not be any strain. Suddenly it will break. Suppose if so, it is all about holding the material. If you are keeping on it is something is kept very tightly, and you want to pull it, it will break. But suppose it is loose or stiffness is there, it will suppose analogy you take, suppose the one pole is the electric pole that is there inside, it is tightly fixed. If you want to bend it right now, it will break. But if there is elasticity, there is stiffness in the material, it will not fail. So stiffness is a one reason. So low stiffness or lack of stiffness is a one major reason for that producing this discontinuous chip. Because of discontinuous nature of chip, now again I'm telling you, because discontinuous chip, what happens? One, it forms, it breaks, forms, break, forms, breaks. So all forces will change right now during cutting operation. That will create vibration because it is not a smooth like continuous chip, because the here scenario changes. I'm in a cheap form, so it will be like tuck, 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 right now, cut, 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 something like that. So discontinuous chip, when there is a discontinuous chip, more vibration will be there, chatter will be there as compared to continuous chip. So basically, as I said initially, and the surface finish is will be very poor in a discontinuous chip, because again I'm telling you, because it is this intermittent machining process, like that. It is intermittent. Everybody is clear up to this point? Tell me if you have any doubt. Ask me.